Yeah, and welcome everybody to the All Stars and Stripes Heroes Connection. We are on Alignable, Facebook, LinkedIn, and now on sparkup.biz as well. So you can find us all over the place. We start each meeting with a little bit of humor. So, and it usually has to do with military or veterans. Why couldn't the sailors play cards?
Oh boy. Um,
The captain was sitting on the deck.
ah,
All right. So for the next 50-something minutes here, we start each meeting with a minute of silence, and you can use that minute for whatever you choose to. We have the Pledge of Allegiance, which Dennis, can I ask you to lead the Pledge of Allegiance for us today in a little bit?
I'd be happy to. Thank you.
Thank you. And then we'll have a video of the national anthem. We'll talk about the who, what, where, when, how, and why. Terry, can I get you to read the slide for me when we get there?
read what slide? I'm sorry. I'm typing in the chat.
I'll let you know when we get there.
Okay.
And then I'll talk a little bit about what the scuttlebutt.club is and how to invite members or to sign up to be a spotlight speaker. And then everybody will get their chance to talk about their business and who they are, where they're from. And then we have a hero highlight spotlight speaker, which will be Natalie Thurmond today. And we'll end with an inspirational thought, announcements, and fellowship, and moving on. So we'll start with a minute of silence. Sorry about that. Sorry, I was letting somebody in and I hit the screen and it bounced us to the next slide. So, all right. Dennis, would you, if anybody is able to stand, you're welcome to, and Dennis will lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation
Under God, indivisible,
liberty
liberty and justice for all.
Okay, and then you can remain standing for the national anthem.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled
That was absolutely beautiful. Okay, Terry, can you read the slides for me?
Who, what, when, where? Oh, you want me to wait? Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, who is this group for? Military, veterans, first responders, advocates, and nonprofits, their families, and anyone who wants to do business to business networking with them. What is this group for or about? Sharing helpful information, connection hub for businesses and organizations that want to connect with or are run by our nation's heroes, promoting one another's business, services, and organizations. Where are the people from and where do we meet? People are welcome from sea to shining sea, overseas and on the sea. We meet on Zoom. When do we meet? Mondays, 3 o'clock Central Time, 2 o'clock Mountain Time, 4 o'clock Eastern Time. How do we meet? Please
Zoom
mute
courtesy.
yourself. Yeah, how do we meet? Okay, common courtesy. Please mute yourself and turn off the camera if you need to step away. And be respectful and kind to speaking and chatting. Use hand raise or other symbols. Feel free to speak up if something needs to be addressed up immediately. Where do we meet? Why do we meet? To be resourceful, receive help where needed, connecting, setting up one-to-one meetings, camaraderie, encouragement, collaboration, empowerment, fellowship, and more.
Thank you, Terry. Okay, the scuttlebutt.club, if you scan that QR code or you type that in on your computer, it's an HTTP, not an HTTPS site, but it is a landing page that I created for the group through LFI, which if you like what you see, reach out to Ruben. He can help you set up your digital business cards there. But if you go on there, there's links to all of our social media, except for I haven't added sparkup.biz on there yet. I will be doing that here shortly. There's recordings of our meetings, and then there's also a form at the bottom that you can fill out if you want to be a spotlight speaker. And I ask you just to check as many dates as you possibly can, and also there is a link at the very bottom, not a link, but like a button at the bottom where you can share that card with other people. And that's what it looks like on the computer. And then we are on, like I said, Facebook, Alignable, LinkedIn, YouTube, sparkup.biz, and we are up to, can't actually see this yet, at 1,480 members on our Alignable group and 709 on our sister group, the Military Spouse Entrepreneurs and Small Business Owners and Freelancers group. So I am going to stop here, and Miss Terry Moore is going to take over as the business brief moderator.
All righty. I feel like I'm so low today for some reason. There we go. Gonna get him in real quick.
Yeah, I got it. I got
it. Okay. Well, hello everyone. It's so great to see everyone. This is an exciting time for all of us at 4 o'clock. Anyway, please put your information in the chat, your name, when we do the 60 seconds, you can say who you are, where you're from, and obviously what you do. And then the last thing is, how can we help you this week? How can we help you get more referrals? Any warm introductions needed? This is the time to share all that. So I am going to start with Mary.
Hello, everyone, from kind of a cloudy Michigan day today. How many of you have your wedding, your kids' T-ball on a VHS tape? Guess what? These only have a lifespan of 25 years, then the magnetic strip starts to wear away. 25 years ago was 1999. So if you have any VHS tapes before 1999, you need to get them digitized. Even if you're after 1999, you still need to get them digitized so that they'll stay preserved. You can keep those memories. I can help you with that. So who would you like to see again, and whose voice would you like to hear again? I am Mary Gant, your photo coach, because your memories are worth preserving.
Well, Mary, you challenged me because we just have celebrated our 30th anniversary. It is on a VHD. So I am going to have to find it and get back with you on that one.
Sounds good.
Yes. Okay, let's go with Penelope. Penelope, you're new. I don't think we've ever met before.
No, I am new. Thank you for having me. Currently I live in Philadelphia. I'm an active first responder in EMS. And I actually became a life coach for emergency frontline workers, first responders, military personnel, all active and retired. Mainly because of what I went through losing a fellow first responder. And I found that there's not a lot of resources for the frontline heroes. So I became a life coach to help them work through triggers, traumas, grief, PTSD, through different holistic approaches, and just mainly mindset and holding space for them. And I currently do things online, and I'm working at getting my ranch retreat set up for first responders and military with connections. Terry, I just did a speaking event for military personnel in Las Vegas. It was actually a speaking competition, which I can honestly say I foobarred, but it was great experience. I will get you the information because I know they're going to do it next year again. I just don't know the location, but it's a great way to connect with other veterans and stuff like that. And it was a great learning experience on how to speak, how to get your message across. And I look forward to connecting with you guys.
That sounds great. Thank you. Honestly, Penelope, that you're much needed in North Carolina right now, in the western part of North Carolina. They're begging for coaches to come up there, and grief counselors and all kinds of stuff, because I can't even begin to tell you, I live in North Carolina. This is my state. And to see what has happened is just so heartbreaking.
My company that I work for is actually based out of North Carolina. If you have anyone or know of anyone that needs them, I sent my information in the chat group. So You're free to hand that out to people. I'm more than happy to book a call with them. I work nights normally.
Okay.
So if people need to talk to me at night when they're in their shift rotation or whatever, I'm okay with that. I can work on 2-3 hours of sleep.
I used to be able to. Okay, thank you, Penelope. Very, very nice to meet you. Let's go with Monica. Monica, you're muted.
There we go. So my name is Monica. I live in the great state of Idaho. We live like way up in the mountains. You can see deer just roaming through our yard throughout the day and night. And it's crazy because you think that they're cute and everything, but then they eat up everything. You're like, my roses. So it's crazy. But I am retired military. I do podcasting now. I host the Graceful Warrior podcast, and we have a lot of guests that come on from all across the United States and the world. And that's why I was like listening to Penelope on hers, because we'd love to have her come on the podcast and share what she's doing for all of those people out there in North Carolina. And so that's what I do. And then we also help people with bringing awareness to their brand or their company, and we give them a team to help build up their websites and an array of stuff that we can help them with. So that's what I do.
Okay, thank you, Monica. That'd be a great connection for Penelope. Yes.
Yes.
Let's go, Natalie. Do you want to say anything, or do you want to take all your seconds for your speech?
I have a little space in the middle of mine where I tell my story, so I'll do it then.
Okay. All right.
Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity.
You're welcome. Let's go with Dennis.
Let me get my audio turned back on. Sorry. I'm Dennis Schroeder. I am a 24-year Army Medical Service Corps veteran. I live in Middle Tennessee, just about a half hour north of Nashville. I run a nonprofit organization called the Price of Freedom Foundation. We are dedicated to researching, preserving, and telling the complete life stories of those who paid the ultimate price for our freedom, those who served and died either in service or proximate to their service in our armed forces. And I will put my contact information here in the chat.
Thank you, Dennis. Okay, let's go with Richard.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. I'm sorry I was a little late attending the meeting. My name's Richard Brooks out of Clarksville, Tennessee. I provide solutions. The main thing I'm helping people with is help in AI social media marketing. And if people have one of those issues, if they want to reach out to me, I'll be glad to try and talk to them. And I'm a strong believer in finding out what really problems a person has instead of just throwing a random solution at them. So again, it's great to be back on here, and thank you very much.
Thank you. It's good to see you. Let's go with Michael. Hi, Michael.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Michael Shermer, 30-year Navy veteran, living in Mount Airy, Maryland. My company's name is Freedom Force Group, and I'm a licensed life insurance agent. I focus a lot on lifestyle protection and educating families on how life insurance and annuities help build generational wealth, lifetime streams of income. I educate on the importance of living benefits and what cash value can do for helping with a lot of things throughout life as it builds, and being able to take out tax-free income from those policies. And so, just looking to connect with as many people to be able to provide that education and share, what they can do with it.
Absolutely. Well, thank you, Michael. All right, let's go with Ruben.
Hello, everybody. My name is Ruben, and I'm Carrillo. I'm an artist and a digital tool designer. I reside currently in St. Louis, Missouri, and I paint weekly with veterans. We have a nonprofit organization here in St. Louis called the Kaufman Fund, where I donate paintings. My wife and I have paintings to the fund to raise casino night. They have events like that they go ahead and do auctions. And so that's what I do. Right now, my current focus is developing a monetized plan using art and technology. What you see behind me is a weekly painting I just finished last night. You'll see it behind me. But next to it is a QR code. Okay? That's where the monetization comes in. But what's really, really cool and separates a lot of artists is using technology, guys, is that if you have an Instagram app on your phone, okay, all you have to do, I put it in the chat, it's my last name, Carrillo, with 2 R's and 2 L's, _arts. And if you look at the painting behind me, when you see that, and you look at the painting behind me, and you click on her, this is what you're going to, there's a little microphone in the lower right-hand corner of the painting. This is what you'll hear. And if you go down, you'll see every painting that I have, I paired music with it. So essentially, I'm really adding a little flavor to it. In my following, since I've done that, my followers have increased 50%. Now, how do I monetize that? It's still early in the game. When you go down to this little beauty right here, so sweet. You'll see to the right, you'll see to the right of her the QR code. When they scan that QR code, it takes you directly to a third-party program where you can go ahead and order prints of her or any of my paintings. Thanks so much for the time.
Thanks, Ruben. That's amazing. You're amazing. That's all I can say. Let's go with Joe Moore.
Hey everybody, I'm Joe. I like that pretty the ingenuity that came with that, Ruben, was pretty cool with the QR code. I like to watch your funnel. It's interesting. Hi everybody, my name is Joe. I do the hero's journey. So I walk people through their own hero's journey. And we build it out for them. We get the language for their traffic, for their conversion, their website, whatever it might be. Longtime Army brat, never actually in, a longtime Army brat. So I truly enjoy talking to veterans and hearing their stories. And yeah, whenever I can support a room like this, I always like to be here. So thanks for having me.
Thank you for joining us. All right, let's go with John.
Hi, everybody. Good to be back again after missing 2 weeks. But I'm John Petrosi. I'm the owner of Mill City Marketing MA. I like doing online ads on all social media platforms, as well as now 30-second video commercials on a lot of live stream TV. My goal is working with these smaller businesses with whatever budgets that they have that they can work with. I'm willing to work with. Simply because I've seen too many of the small businesses not come back or not be able to get their customer base back from COVID. And I want to prevent small businesses, no matter who they are or what they do, from that ever happening to them if this should happen again. That's my ultimate goal. I have a podcast on Fridays at 5 o'clock Eastern time. It's live streamed on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and I believe LinkedIn. I am making a list of guests if anybody is interested. On my my email and my calendar link out in the chat if you want to get a hold of me. I'm also looking to get on people's podcasts if anybody is interested. That's it for now.
Hey, thank you, John. All right, let's go with our fearless leader.
Okay, so I recently found out that as an Alignable leader, although this isn't strictly an Alignable group, I am not supposed to share about my business in our group meetings. So I will say to schedule a one-to-one with me. I would love to get to know more about you, your business, and also for you to get to know more about mine and see how we can help one another. I will just say that I started this group a few years ago on a different platform because I am a military mom, and also I'm not a military brat because my parents weren't in the military when I was born, but my parents were both Army veterans. My oldest son was a disabled Army veteran who had basically died from the injuries that he sustained in the military during the Iraq War. And I have 2 active duty Marines right now. So I have a heart for the military and also for first responders. We had a house fire in 2012, lost our entire everything that we had. 2 o'clock in the morning, got out in our bare feet and pajamas, and we really got to see the heroes of our nation at work here on our front lines here in this country. So I feel like they need our support. And anyways, Terry, did you go?
I did not.
Okay.
But you know what? I think you'd be fine putting stuff in the chat, don't you, about your business?
I put my contact information in
Okay.
there. Mm-hmm.
That's just a weird rule that Alignable has.
Yeah.
But anyway,
I will say no more.
Yeah, I won't either. My name is Terry Moore, and I'm a certified transformational coach, a national speaker, and a best-selling author. And this week, I'm looking for introductions into church ministry leaders, a corporate event planners, more introduction to any place where I can be on stage. That's where I shine the most. And also, I'm looking for people that are just need a breakthrough and they're kind of stuck in their life or their career. As a coach, I really like to help them transform themselves from the inside out. And also, I am a best-selling author with a book called Face to Face with God, My Best Friend. And for the month of October, anyone who purchases this book will, the money will be going straight to the hurricane victims of North Carolina. So I'll put that in the chat as well. This is a spiritual discovery book, not a religious book by any means. And I think that's it. So Angela, go ahead and take it away.
Thank you. Get back to sharing my screen. Thank you all so much for sharing about yourselves and your business. I'm going to skip the hero highlight because I believe, Natalie, I'd like for you to share about your husband and his service. This is Natalie's information. I hope I have it right. I will say Shaklee products are pretty awesome. My own personal testimony is that a while back ago, I ordered the it's called Meology, and you can go in there. I went in there and I put my blood work, you know, like all the levels of my blood work. They get into all the details if you want to, or your history, your health history, and then it automatically tells you what you need. And then it comes in a little box that you pull up and tear it off, and all your pills are in a little pouch, and it makes it really easy for somebody like me. So I love that, and the shakes are great too. So let me, oops, sorry, I went too far. I'm gonna stop sharing. So, and I will say that Natalie is a walking billboard for the Shaklee Corporation. She is a picture of health, and she is very passionate about what she does in helping people with their health. And she's been a wonderful mentor in my life, and I appreciate you, Natalie.
Thank you so much. Well, I will say that if anyone would like some education about finances, that you might check with Angela. I question about that rule, but I won't say why. Anyway, my husband was active duty for 2 years when he was drafted in the early 50s. He was in Germany during the Korean conflict, and that was before I had met him. So although he served his time, I never saw him in uniform or anything. And then my brother was in the service about that same time, and I have no idea where he was because I was a kid and I didn't pay too much attention. But anyway, he came home safely as well. So I am a patriot, and really I'm pleased to be on this program and have been with Angela almost since the beginning. So anyway, right now I will endeavor to share my screen and bring it up to full capacity so that you can see it better. Okay. I think I can do this, hopefully. Supposed to go to full screen here. There it goes. Okay, so what would it mean to your family if every product in your home were in harmony with nature? You never have to worry about the product's performance or whether they're safe, whether they're on your skin, or whether you're cleaning your home or whatever you might be doing. Could you visualize what that might happen? What might that do for your life? Here's a story about our beginnings. Dr. Shaklee was a chiropractor and research scientist, and he brought out the first multivitamin in the United States in 1915. So I wonder how many lives have been changed in these 67 years since the company came into existence. We have that 100 years of research, but the company itself has just been in existence 67 years. There's a multitude of wonderful products, over 300. This is just a sample of some of them. And should you begin to use some of these products, I send you a little form that says, how do I feel today? And then at the end of the month, you put, you check out. And if you don't feel better at the end of the month, you get your money back. So there's a lot of different options for caring for our bodies and our skin and our home, like I said. This is a couple that I've never met, but it's the parents of the person who put together this slideshow. But I will say that at 43, my life was changed when I switched to these products. Well, I didn't really switch. I'd never really taken any vitamins, maybe when I was pregnant, I don't even remember. And but when I was having a lot of pain with arthritis and my husband was in a back brace and couldn't golf and bowl and things, then friends introduced me, although at first they said, well, I don't think you'll pay the money. But then we surprised them, fortunately. And we started using the natural products. I truly believe that the Lord made our bodies to heal themselves if we feed it what it needs. And nowadays, we don't always make the right choices. And then the food industry is not really our friend either. So, but nonetheless, their products are safe and they work. Now, I don't know if you've ever thought about looking like this top cat, being a little frustrated, being a little stressed. But the challenges and stress in our lives do make us feel like that sometime. And I am pleased. I wish I could get rid of my picture here, but I'm afraid if I try I don't know if I can get rid of, I can't get rid of this stuff. But anyway, you can see that's a pretty happy fat cat. And that was about what I was when I started using these products and decided I would like to give this gift of health to others. See, if I don't have it up where you can see it.
We can see your slide.
Yeah, but if I don't have these pictures of me up where we can see it, for some reason the slides won't move forward. Isn't that silly?
If you
They are
hold
not.
down, if you hold down on the picture and then slide it and move it, you can move it out of the way.
Yeah, I know, but then my arrow won't work. My forward arrow doesn't work. I had this problem before and I figured it out and I don't remember what I did.
You have an arrow on your keyboard.
That's what I was doing.
Ah,
It doesn't work unless this thing is, let me see. Whoops. Let me get this down here out of the way somewhere. Okay. This isn't gonna be good. Okay. Let me check that one. All right. There it goes. Whoops. Okay. After Dr. Shaklee was gone, we had Dr. Scala for a while, and he once said that a bushel of oranges could have between 10 and 400% difference in quality of the orange. So we don't always know what we're getting, even if we have the real thing. And if they pasteurize it and homogenize it and cook it and put it in a bottle, the vitamin C is probably almost all gone because C is not stable in a liquid. Or if we have stuff that's just made of chemicals over here, well, it pays to make good choices. Shaklee products are proven by 125 science papers and presentations, and there's been over $400 million spent so that the scientists can focus on assuring that every Shaklee product must not harm a human cell. We have trillions of cells and new ones are built every day. So what are yours being built of? They hope they're being built of something worthwhile. The Shaklee difference has been proven, like I said, by many, many studies, although lots of stories like mine are helpful, but the studies are really what prove also that the products work, that they're pure, that they're potent, that they perform. Many different good things happening. I mentioned Dr. Shaklee starting out in 1915. Excuse me, he passed away in 86, and then 20 years ago, this young man bought the company, Roger Barnett, and he has developed, well, he brought back trips and cars and things like that, but he's also just has the heart of Dr. Shaklee and wants to make sure that the company thrives, which it is. It really thrived through COVID. People are looking for value. They're looking for an opportunity that really works. And he had this major study done in 2004 when he first came under the direction of the University of California, Berkeley School of Public Health. And it's called the Landmark Study. You can check it out online if you like. But what it proved was that, as you can see, well, there too, it's not all visible, but the green lines are the Shaklee people. The red lines are, let me see if I can move this. The red lines are people who use some other brand of vitamin, and the blue lines are people who use nothing at all. And as you can see, some of the things were worse by the people that used another brand than people who used nothing at all. So, but we were in many, many ways, the 300 of us that were in this study were very much more healthy than the people off the street. So there too, what did I do? I moved this a speck, and now this won't, now it doesn't want to go. I do not understand this. Come on. What did I do before to make it go? Well, this was here at the same time. Oh,
There you go.
okay. There it goes. I don't know. Hit it twice. This was a study that was done 10 years later. I'm tired. I'm sorry that all this stuff covers up half the screen. But anyway, you can see that some of these, one line was people that didn't take any vitamins. Somebody took a multivitamin. Somebody took a couple of other things. Somebody took more than two. And the Shaklee people still, even at 70 years old, are having much better health outcomes, because this is the bad health outcomes that are prevalent. Okay, today I'm going to share with you a heritage bundle, which is like going back to the years ago. Bill and I took this energizing soy protein for about 30 years. It's not a meal replacement. It's considered a supplement. We now have Life Shake, which is a meal replacement. This is about a third the cost, and it's wonderful. Still, it's certified non-genetically modified soy protein, which is water washed and low heat process, so it has all the phytonutrients in it. There's a lot of myths out there about soy, but they're really myths. And this is a marvelous 16 grams of protein per serving. So protein is a really necessary thing, and we want to have good protein. This picture shows rats that were fed real eggs and fat rats that were fed egg beaters, and it just didn't turn out the same. So watch what you're eating. As I said, the energizing soy protein is a marvelous product. Here's one thing that was published, says among women with breast cancer, soy food consumption was significantly associated with decreased risk of death and reoccurrence. We do have some plant products, but they're not this energizing soy that I'm speaking of. And then we have a marvelous array of Dr. Shaklee started out with one in 1915. Now we have them for men, for women, for people over 50, with some with vitally methylated bees and gummies, and just a marvelous array. Everybody needs a multivitamin. Doctors even say so. And with the calcium and all of that, it helps with bone density. And our own owner, who's CEO, stated at the national conference in 05 that if everyone in the world took one of our vitamins, or 2 vitally a day, because it's a 2-day product, that we wouldn't have any malnutrition. And the third part of this little program is a pearl, which is actually a pearl. It's about the size of that little circle on John's screen. And it is let me see, I've got some notes here and I haven't even been watching them. So what does it say here? 2-part Optiflora, 2 different varieties of good bacteria. Sometimes people think that their colon is working really well, and it's not. The one on the right is a picture of a lady who's thought her colon was working right because she was having good movements, but it ended up that she really had some bad sections there that were all compacted. Dr. Shaklee, when he was an autopsy surgeon, said that he found numerous colons so impacted he couldn't get a pencil through them. And you know, they say now that 70% of our immune function is found in our colon. And also there's suggested that perhaps 50% of all cancers originate in the colon. So our 3-layer Optiflora probiotic pearl delivers 500 million of live bacteria to the lower portion of the colon, and the digestive system does not destroy it like it does most products. So we are really getting a good environment in our colon. This is a story that the gentleman told who put together this set of slides. When he was teaching school, and he had a little child who was not doing well, and they put him on this basic program. And as you see, after just a couple of days, he could think better. His brain was more able to concentrate with just some protein, some Vitaly, maybe some B complex. Who knows exactly what the little fellow took, but also getting the cleaners changed in the home can make the kids behave better, because the chemicals and the toxins affect their brains so much, all of us, but we don't admit it. So here we are with this Heritage Bundle again, and it's a good way for people to start. It's under $100. Veterans can always qualify for a free membership, but this month the whole company is giving everybody a free membership. So it's a great way to start. And also, as you start with it, and then you see the results in 30 days and start sharing with friends, if you introduce other people to me and they purchase it, I give you a free product. So hope it makes sense to you. And if not, you can contact me on your own, and I will stop sharing now if I can remember how to do that. Let's see, I think I have to get you guys over here so that I can stop share. There.
Oh,
Okay.
perfect.
So I don't know what my time was.
You
had
did
a clock
perfect.
on. Oh.
Perfect.
This
Thank
morning
you,
when I
Natalie.
first did it, it was like 18 minutes. I thought, no.
You were
I did a
good.
couple-
You were good.
So anyway, the Heritage Bundle is my new go-to thing for people that want to get started with a simple program, 3 product.
That's great. Great. And so I would encourage everybody to go on, check out Natalie's website, connect with her on Alignable, you're on Facebook? Are you
Yes,
on
it's all in
LinkedIn?
it's in the chat, the Facebook page and my website and my phone number and my email address are all on the
And
website.
set up one-to-one with Natalie. So
I would
you
love
will-
that. Thank you.
Yes. Okay. All right. Oops. Oh. Get back to sharing my screen.
I don't think I had a specific ask, but I would love to meet young young mothers that you know, especially who are having a little problem with children that maybe are not behaving or having allergies and or just sick too often, and
Okay.
especially military moms.
Oh, great. Okay. So our upcoming spotlight speaker for next week, is John still on here? I can't see.
I'm still here.
Yeah,
Yes, he's
great.
there.
Okay, so John, as far as I know, you're still on for next week, right?
Yep.
Yep. And so if you see yourself on this here, make sure you mark your calendar and be ready for your spotlight presentation. We will not be having a meeting at the end of on November 25th for Thanksgiving week. And also we will be having a virtual Christmas party on December 16th. It's going to be a lot of fun. I encourage you to invite people to that. We'll have more announcements coming up in the future. We will not have a meeting on the week of and the week after Christmas, but our spotlight speaker coming up on the first of the year on January 6th will be Miss Terry Moore. It's going to be great. She's going to be talking about vision. Is that right, Terry?
Yes.
For the new year. And all
New
these
year.
spots are spots that we do have open. So go on there. I think it's showing that I have the 6th and the 13th available, but I don't. So just that's why I say to pick more than one date. I've got to go in and update that. So this is our inspirational thought for the day. Formal education will make you a living. Self-education will make you a fortune. That was by Jim Rohn.
Love that, man.
Yes. Oh, well, I didn't do this right, but my friend has a really unhealthy relationship with Navy vessels. He worships them. That's our ending joke for the day. You get it? Worships. Does anybody have any announcements or testimonials that they would like to share?
Can't think of any.
Okay. Yeah, there aren't any that I could tell, any specific military or first responder specific national holidays coming up. So anyways, I want to thank everybody for coming. This was great. I encourage y'all to all set up one-to-ones. Right now we have 9 people on here. If everybody here set up a one-to-one with everybody else here, that would be
That's an unlimited possibility.
yeah,
Almost.
it's huge. It's huge. So I think it's like 8 times 8 or something like that. So or 9 times 9. But yes, I encourage everybody to do that. And thank you so much for coming. I'm going to stop our recording and we can visit.